Hey, universe and mining family. Grab your shovels and your pickaxes. Welcome to the show. I'm Nemesis, and of course, I'm not your babysitter. Do your own research, but let's dig in. Yo, Crypto Nation! What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a little while since you've seen this ugly mug, right, guys? But there's some pretty big stuff that I got brewing in the mine, guys. I mean, really big. I gotta get with my main man, Crypto Mikkel, and another friend of mine that we're kind of doing a little collaborative project. Big project. Yo. It's like I want to get the green light from the team before I tell all of you, but it will be told to all of you. Yo, legit, guys. I'm just saying, totally legit. So I hope you guys are going to be really prepared just for some of the stuff we've got in the pipelines, guys. Before I kind of get into some juicy stuff that I've got sitting down here and talking about, like right here. Yo, guys, smash that like button. Yo, just smash it. Hit the subscribe, the bell notification, share these videos with everybody. Yo, that stuff always helps me out. Yo! But getting into some juicier stuff. Any of you guys AMD miners? Got AMD graphics cards, period, that you might think you might want to mine on, but you're like, yo, bro, it's not profitable. You might want to think again. There's a new red miner, Team Red Miner, for all of you AMD guys. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, here. It's not like I'm not an AMD guy either. I don't have very many of them. I'm mostly Team Green. It was just easier for me to set it up and just get a bunch of them. But I'm making a dedicated AMD rig. Yo. And basically what these AMD Team Red Miner does is it completely optimizes the timings on the card. It does some really cool stuff to the core. So basically, like, if you were going to mine some of that Monero, I've done it. And what was really cool that now those are that is a RX 580 Sapphire Blue Nitro, and whenever I've got that BIOS modded, that was super easy to do, and sat there, put that Team Red Miner on there. Whoa, game changer! It like split the core up into two cores and just like unleashed the power. Wow. So while it was mining, all of a sudden it went from mining just like a 1070 1080 to just waffle stomping them. I mean, bad. So it fixes some of the timings from the memory, utilizes the memory a little bit better. Bro, game changer if you've got AMDs. You guys have got to get on to the Team Red Miner. It works with Hive. I know a few people have had some issues, so it might be, depending on your computer, might depend on if you can run the latest drivers properly. So if you have a really old machine and you're trying to do this might give you, it might argue with you, and you might have some very strong words. Just like one of my buddies, Ryo, who he had with one of his, tried to put the newer driver on there, and it started having issues with communication with the fan control, and the overclocks just weren't setting right. But I think it's just some of it's just due to hardware limitations. He's got older equipment. This is something that a lot of people do. You're just going to recycle something you already have sitting around. Unfortunately, it doesn't always run all the latest and greatest stuff. So he's finding that out, that he isn't able to run the newer drivers. So if you've got an older computer, this might not work for you. Just keep that in mind, guys. So if it doesn't work, just take a deep breath. It's okay. Just kind of keep an eye on your rig while you're firing it up. You know, if you don't see the fan spinning, or you just see the temperature just climbing on it, then you kind of know that you got a little bit of a limitation going somewhere. And you might have to revert back to the old drivers. So be careful, guys. Just kind of keep an eye on your rig. I'm just kind of giving you guys some good information, bro. So with the Team Red, that's a game changer for AMD. Definitely like pushes the limits on them. Hive has got their own implementation of it, so if you've got the latest drivers, it will work there too. Unfortunately, like my one buddy, he had some arguments with it. He's got a newer 580 with 8 gigs of RAM on there, so the card is not the limitation. He's on Windows, and I know there are people who have it working this way, so it's not particularly that. But, you know, hardware, you know, the CPU, motherboard, can they handle the newer drivers? The type of RAM, if you've got GDDR3 RAM, probably not going to work. You're going to have some strong words. So, and that's what his limitation is that he's operating on GDDR3 RAM, which for, you know, generalization, it works. Once you've gone so many generations away from, you know, your hardware when you bought them, or, you know, when you actually got your hands on them, might depend on, you know, how much more longer you have until the new drivers or new software, new hardware, just not going to communicate very nicely with each other. They're just too many generations apart. So be careful, guys. But very good stuff. Even if you can't get the new drivers to work, definitely check out the new NiceHash Legacy, guys. The .19. Even if you can't get your AMD to run on the new drivers to unlock it for the Team Red miner, the new NiceHash, bro, makes you more profitable either way. So definitely, if you're mining on NiceHash, guys, get onto the next latest and greatest mining software, because, you know, they're always trying to update that stuff to keep you and them profitable. They are incentivized to keep themselves profitable, so it's in their best interest that you're as profitable as can be. So guys, check that stuff out. Yo, I got some stuff in from my good friend Mikkel. That was like legit, bro. I've been kind of waiting to get my hands on this one. Very cool stuff. Very, very, very cool. I think I should let you guys check this out. I've been kind of waiting for this for a little bit. He's been hogging it to him. Mikkel, you've been hogging this thing all to yourself. Now it's my turn. I'm going to show you what I can do to it. So, yo, check it out, guys. Oh, did you guys notice? Camera 2. Ooh, camera 1. Yo, camera 2. Yo. Yo, give me a definite thumbs up on this, guys. Yo, I got another camera. Leveling up my recording abilities just for you guys. Yo. So, let's see here. Oh. You see all this good juiciness. You just guys looked at this as just a box. But me? This is me right here.
Here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me wanna whack
Yo! I cannot wait. Thank you, Mikkel, for hooking us up. Definitely. I mean, guys, my man, Mikkel, smash that like button for that man. I mean, he deserves a smashing of the like buttons for sure. And for this dude, he gets a gold sticker. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, got that nice little safety blade. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Yo! Bam! Let's cut this bad boy open. Let the beast out. So as you guys know, being a miner, I'm always looking to check out new hardware. I wonder what this could be. We got foam. Oh. Let's see here. I want this moment to myself. Oh, this one's just for me. Oh, it's a box. Dude, guys. Ooh, what is this? What is this, huh? Smells like something that's new in the house. Mikkel, it smells used. What you been doing over there? But yo, guys, oh my god, I cannot wait. Holy cow! Woo! It's got a little recycling thing stamped into it. It's kind of a plain looking little box here, yo. Oh, check this out, guys. Let's see if it'll focus in here. If it'll. There we go. Oh, Sapphire Radeon RX 570, 16 gig blockchain. What's that? Blockchain on a graphics card? Yo! Oh! 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 It's all beautifully packaged in there. Oh! Look at that. It's got that graphics cards look to it. Oh! Oh! Let's get this bad boy up over here. Oh! Oh! You guys ready for this? Yo, check that out! Ow! Dude, Sapphire 16 gigabyte Grin miner. Yo! So I mean, this thing is pretty much supposed to be just like this one. Oh, look at that! You can see the size difference on this already. So this is on the 570 chassis. This is a 580 chassis, made by the same company. Check that out, guys. Look at that. So you can already see differences on this. So this is definitely a smaller format from the Sapphire Blue Nitros. Oh, check that out, dude. Woo. Look at that, dude. That is pretty impressive. And oh, you know what I just noticed too? Dude, this thing's got a single 8-pin in there. That means you can stack a bunch of these onto a mining rig, and it's not like this one, where you gotta have one 8-pin and one 6-pin. So it kind of frees up cables. Helps with cable management and making your rigs look really sexy looking, dude. Come on, guys. Yo, I get a gold sticker for that one. Yo, so flip this one upside down here. Start taking a look at some of the differences on this bad boy. So, the first thing that Mikkel noticed right off the bat was the I/O opening right here was definitely enlarged. That is definitely true. You do a size comparison, I mean, you're talking about, let's see here, get the handy dandy measuring tape out here. I know I'm not taking a micrometer out to get exact, you know. So you guys can fillet me all you want. So it's just under an inch opening that way. And yeah, just under an inch opening all the way around on this. And then on this bad boy, we're like an inch and a half. Wow. Yeah, like an inch and a half opening, square opening. So 1 inch by 1 inch, where this one's just under 1 inch by 1 inch. Now these things are supposed to be like basically the same card. They're supposed to have relatively the same chip layout on there. When you lay them down and you look at the all the little chips back here, it actually does look the same. So it doesn't look like the processor chip in here looks any different. I mean, you can sit there. Let's see if I can get my camera to show this off a little bit, guys. So let's see. Come on, focus on, guys. So this is what I'm talking about. So those are like little resistors and capacitors or whatnot up underneath there. There we go. I'm trying to steady my hand off. I've been working all day, so sorry guys if I'm a little on the jittery side. So there's that. And make sure I'm grabbing the card the same way so that whenever I flip it, and you can see once it focuses, bam. They basically have the same chip out there, but they just opened up the back. Looks like they were trying to let out a little more heat on this bad boy. Yo! So I don't have a 570 to really compare them against completely, so I have no idea. Whenever you're sitting here and you look at the bolting arrangement on here, it looks like they've pretty much done a lot of the similar stuff. So Sapphire stayed true to what they were doing beforehand in the layouts. And I don't know if it's going to show this very well. Let's see here if it'll show it from here. You know what? I'm going to see if I can switch cameras real quick and see if my other camera will pick this up just a little nicer, because I got a little bit more light here. But let's see here. Okay, so right above, I gotta sit there and like train myself. So right above my finger here, yeah, bam. So right above my finger, in between the little metal back plate and the circuit board where my finger's on, there you can see kind of where you can't see the light going all the way through. It's because there's a thermal pad in there. What that thermal pad does is it helps transfer the heat from the board, like you guys saw me do, to my 580. I mean my 1080 Ti's, my Zotacs. If you guys haven't watched that, yo guys, watch that video. It was pretty amazing. Opening everything up, re-thermal pasting everything, and then modifying stuff by putting in the thermal pads in there to help. Because a lot of times what ends up happening is that these back plates, as pretty as they look and as much stability, because they put them here to keep the board from flexing, because they figure that this thing's going to live life as a graphics card, which most of the time they're facing like this, which means that, you know, this corner here, there's no real support for this end of the card while it's in the graphics card. So you got it supporting on this, which is plugged into the motherboard, and then you have two screws holding it here. And that's what supports this whole graphics card, is it lives life in your PC the whole time. There's some graphics cards that they've actually come with like little stands to help support them because the graphics card was just so heavy. Wow. But so that's why they have the back plates on these things. And then Mikkel was talking about how the cooler was on this thing, and this is like definitely a modified cooler, looks like. Let me take a look at mine. Oh no, okay. So looking at one of mine, so they've actually got a standard cooler on here. Mikkel thought it was okay, let me see if I can get my camera to show this. So Mikkel thought it was a modified cooler on here. So this whole silver piece right here, let me get it more in the camera view, right here, is basically what they're using to transfer all the heat into these heat pipes up here to go into the radiators that are right behind the fans here. So it looks like it's a pretty stock cooler on here. And these things are supposed to be able to come off, the fans are supposed to come off with a simple screwdriver, because they kind of just pop off, and then you can, I could actually demonstrate that here. If I've got my, here we go. I do have my screwdriver here. So this is something that's really kind of unique to Sapphire. Sapphire really likes to make sure their stuff is nice and easy to take apart. For cleaning purposes, this is beautiful. So look, there's a little screw right back in here. I'm going to demonstrate this, but there's a little screw. Of course, this one's the one that will show it off a little better because I got lights. So there's that little screw right up in there. And it allows you to kind of clean the card too if you need to. So you can sit there and whoop, pop this bad boy up. Bam. Check this out, guys. So this is something that Sapphire actually really loves about their stuff. So if you look at it, these are just on prongs. So it slips in, locks down, so you don't even have to disassemble it. If you got a fan failure on this, this is how easy it is to take it apart. And then when you're looking at it, look at that. You can sit there and take a vacuum cleaner to it, clean it all out. Legit. I mean, completely. And then you can see all the cooling pipes, how the cooling pipes are actually routed through here. Let's see if the, of course, always got to switch it over to my forward camera because I got the light this direction more. So you can see, like right here is a cooling pipe, you know, and love it. And it's just as easy to pop these bad boys right back in. So I'd love to break this card down a little more, but I'm not sure how the guys over at Sapphire would feel about me taking apart their card quite like that, even though I've got the proper thermal paste for it. I want to be respectful to them. So, but and whenever you're putting back in screws on these things, you do not turn them tight. You can literally just a couple of fingers until it like snugs up really nice. And you feel it. Just 2 fingers. If your fingers slip, that's torqued. It doesn't take much to torque these down. A lot of times it's going into aluminum or plastic. For the love of God, if you're doing maintenance on your stuff, do not let the Hercules in you come out. You're going to break it. So, yeah, otherwise this thing looks just like a run-of-the-mill card, other than the back plate here just looking a little bit different, and the the opening just enlarged a little more. Otherwise, I mean, even with this card, do they have all the thermal pads and everything through here too? Yeah, I mean, they've got thermal pads coming through here to keep the memory on this as cool as possible, because the AMD is very, they know how to use memory properly. Oh, yes, they do. So they warm up their memory pretty good, and once it starts to warm the memory up, then you start watching the hash rate kind of drop off and degrade. Or if you're gaming with it, you're going to watch your game play kind of drop off just a little bit too. So definitely, and even these fans are the same kind of real easy to pop off if you want to clean them. Bam. Super easy. That is something that AMD, I say Sapphire, it prides themselves up over, is these easy to fix up fans. So I have a bunch of testing, guys. I'm going to be testing this on Windows. I'm going to test it on Hive. I'm going to test it on Linux. We're going to use Sapphire's got their own miner for Linux, and I'm going to see how this optimizes. And this thing can run on Grin very nicely. Usually AMDs are not the most profitable on Grin because it's more about the CPU, so it wants horsepower versus memory bit. You know, it's like, so it's just two different ways of being able to mine, where this one will also mine on Grin 31, which is going to be for ASICs once they've got them all implemented. That on Grin 31, you need 11 gigabytes of RAM minimum. So my 1080 Ti Zotac with 11 gigabytes hits the minimum requirement, so I can actually mine on that one. So I've got numbers to post this against. So guys, definitely stay tuned. Yo, I've got tons of testing. I hope you guys all enjoy this stuff. While you're here, definitely, if you've made it this far, smash that Lizzie like button, guys. Hit the bell notification, subscribe, share these videos with other people, and of course, like always, I will see you guys on the next one.